Hello, Chat GPT. Would you like to play a game?
Hello, Marshall. I'd love to play a game. What do you have in mind?
Let's play Kriegsspiel.
Great. Let's set up a new scenario for Kriegsspiel. Would you like to use the same setup as before? Or do you have a new scenario in mind?
A similar setup as before. In this case, we are a little further south of the fortified farmstead of Prael. We are now in the open field south of Prael. There is a road that passes across your front in a diagonal route. There is another road that crosses that north and south. So there is a crossroads to your forward right about 200 paces. Across the field, about 600 to 800 paces away, we now have the blue formation with 2 half battalions of infantry. I'm sorry, that's 4 half battalions of infantry and 1 battery of 6 pound guns on their right flank. You have 4 half battalions of infantry and 1 battery of 6 pound guns. How would you like to position your units?
Given the new setup, here is how I would like to position my units. 1. Artillery placement. I will position my battery of 6-pound guns in the center of my formation, ensuring they have a clear field of fire towards the blue formation. They will focus on counter-battery fire against the enemy's artillery. 2. Infantry deployment. I will place 2 half battalions of infantry to the left of the battery, positioned to support the artillery and to engage any advancing blue infantry. The other 2 half battalions will be positioned to the right of the battery, with 1 half battalion slightly forward and closer to the crossroads to potentially control the key intersection. 3. Reserve positioning. I will keep one of the half-battalions on the right slightly behind the front line, ready to reinforce either the center or the right flank as needed. This setup aims to provide strong support for the artillery while maintaining flexibility to respond to the blue infantry's movements. What are the initial actions of the blue side?
The blue artillery is engaged in counter battery fire. They are firing on your artillery. What are your orders?
Given that the blue artillery is engaged in counter-battery fire, my orders are as follows. 1. Artillery engagement. My battery of 6-pound guns will return fire, focusing on neutralizing the blue artillery in a counter-battery duel. 2. Infantry readiness. The infantry positioned to the left and right of the battery will hold their positions, maintaining readiness to advance or defend as necessary. They will also be prepared to provide support fire if any blue infantry advances within range. 3. Reserve adjustment. The reserve half-battalion on the right will remain in its position, ready to move up and support the front lines or reinforce the crossroads if needed. Let's proceed with the counter-battery fire. Please roll a d20 to determine the outcome as before.
I would like you to go ahead and roll the d20, please.
The roll result is 17. This means the red team is favored in the counter-battery duel. Given this outcome, my red team's artillery fire is significantly more effective. The blue battery may experience considerable disruptions or damage, reducing their effectiveness. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
The counter battery fire continues. Meanwhile, 2 of Blue's half battalions are now maneuvering down the road to your front. The other 2 half battalions are moving behind the artillery and around to
Given the
the
current
left.
situation, here are my updated orders. 1. Artillery engagement. My battery of 6-pound guns will continue engaging the blue battery to maintain the pressure and neutralize their artillery capabilities. 2. Infantry maneuver. The 2 half-battalions on the left will maintain their position to support the artillery and be ready to engage if the blue infantry advances further. The rightmost half-battalion will move slightly forward to a more advantageous position near the crossroads, preparing to intercept the advancing blue infantry. The reserve half battalion on the right will be ready to support the front lines or reinforce any weak points as the situation develops. The objective is to continue the counter battery duel while preparing to engage the blue infantry advancing down the road. Please proceed with the blue side's next actions or any updates to the scenario.
Please roll a die for the counter battery action.
The roll result is 3. This means the blue team is favored in the counter battery duel for this turn. Given this outcome, the blue team's artillery fire is more effective, likely causing damage and disruptions to my red battery, reducing its effectiveness. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
The two blue half battalions moving down the road have moved to within musket range of your half battalion defending around the crossroads. The other blue half battalions are now advancing on the other side, attempting to flank you. What do you wish to do?
Given the blue team's maneuvers, here are my updated orders. 1. Engage with infantry. The half battalion near the crossroads will open musket fire on the two advancing blue half battalions that are within range, aiming to disrupt their advance. The reserve half battalion on the right will move up to support the half battalion at the crossroads, reinforcing the line and providing additional firepower. 2. Reposition infantry. The two half battalions on the left will hold their positions and prepare to engage the blue infantry attempting to flank from the other side. One of these half battalions will shift slightly to face the flanking threat more directly, ensuring they are ready to engage effectively. 3. Artillery focus. My damaged artillery will continue to focus on counter battery fire as much as their reduced effectiveness allows, while also preparing to support the infantry if the blue artillery is neutralized. The objective is to hold the crossroads, repel the advancing blue infantry, and prevent the flanking maneuver. Please proceed with the blue side's next actions or any updates to the scenario.
Please roll a die for the counter battery fire.
The roll result is 15. This means the red team is favored in the counter battery duel for this turn. Given this outcome, my red team's artillery fire is effective, likely causing further damage and disruptions to the blue battery, reducing its effectiveness. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
The blue battery is withdrawn from action. Now we need to roll a die for the infantry fight at the crossroads.
The roll result is 6. This means the blue team is favored in the infantry fight at the crossroads. Given this outcome, the blue infantry's advance at the crossroads is more effective, causing significant pressure and casualties to my defending half battalion. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
The blue infantry on the opposite side of the battle has now advanced to within musket range of your two half battalions on the left. Remember, you also still have your 6-pound battery. The blue battery has retreated from the field. What are your orders?
Given the current situation, my updated orders are as follows. 1. Infantry engagement at the crossroads. The half battalion at the crossroads will continue to engage the blue infantry despite taking significant pressure to hold the position as long as possible. The reserve half battalion that moved up to support the crossroads will also engage the advancing blue infantry, providing additional firepower to stabilize the situation. 2. Infantry engagement on the left. The two half battalions on the left will open musket fire on the advancing blue infantry that is now within range, aiming to disrupt their advance. One of the left half battalions will slightly reposition to ensure an effective field of fire and prevent being outflanked. 3. Artillery. My 6-pound battery, with the blue battery withdrawn, will now shift its focus to support the infantry by targeting the blue infantry advancing on the left. This will provide additional firepower to help disrupt their advance. The objective is to hold the crossroads, repel the advancing blue infantry on both fronts, and utilize the artillery to support the infantry engagements. Please proceed with the blue side's next actions or any updates to the scenario.
Please roll a die for the battle at the crossroads.
The roll result is 10. This means the outcome of the infantry battle at the crossroads is neutral, with neither side gaining a significant advantage. Given this result, the battle at the crossroads remains contested, with both sides continuing to engage each other without decisive gains. Please proceed with the blue side's next actions or any updates to the scenario.
Please roll a modified d20 for the battle on the left. Give yourself an additional 2 points modifier in your favor because you have artillery supporting your combat.
The modified roll result is 16. This means the red team is significantly favored in the infantry battle on the left, thanks to the support of the artillery. Given this outcome, the red infantry and artillery fire are highly effective, causing substantial damage and disruptions to the advancing blue infantry on the left. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
The blue infantry now retreats on the left. What are your orders for the remainder of your forces?
With the blue infantry retreating on the left, here are my updated orders. 1. Left flank. The 2 half battalions on the left will cease fire and advance cautiously to consolidate the ground gained and ensure the blue infantry has fully retreated. They will maintain readiness to respond to any further movements by the blue forces. 2. Crossroads. The half battalion at the crossroads, along with the reserve half battalion supporting it, will continue to hold their position and engage any remaining blue infantry still contesting the area. If the blue infantry at the crossroads show signs of retreating or weakening, they will advance to secure the crossroads more firmly. 3. Artillery. My artillery battery will shift focus to support the engagement at the crossroads, providing suppressive fire to aid my infantry in securing the area. The objective is to solidify the gains on the left, secure the crossroads, and ensure the blue forces are effectively neutralized or driven back. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
Please roll a d20 and modify the die roll with 2 points in your favor.
The modified roll result is 4. Despite the +2 modifier, this means the blue team is significantly favored in the engagement at the crossroads for this turn. Given this outcome, the blue infantry at the crossroads manages to deliver effective resistance, causing significant pressure and possibly pushing back my red infantry. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
The blue artillery and 2 of the blue half battalions have completely retreated from the field. There are now only 2 blue half battalions holding the crossroads. Your force is largely intact. What are your orders?
Given the current situation, my updated orders are as follows. 1. Consolidation on the left. The 2 half battalions on the left will complete their advance to secure the ground gained and ensure that the blue infantry has fully retreated. They will then pivot slightly to be ready to support the engagement at the crossroads if needed. 2. Crossroads engagement. The half battalion at the crossroads, despite taking pressure, will maintain their position and continue to engage the remaining blue half battalions. The reserve half battalion supporting the crossroads will move up to reinforce the front line, providing additional firepower and stability. 3. Artillery support. My artillery battery will continue to provide support to the infantry at the crossroads, targeting the remaining blue half battalions to disrupt their hold on the position. The goal is to apply maximum pressure on the remaining blue forces at the crossroads, aiming to break their resistance and secure the position. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
Please roll a d20 and modify it by 2 points in your favor because of your artillery support.
The modified roll result is 18. This means the is significantly favored in the engagement at the crossroads. Given this outcome, my red infantry and artillery fire are highly effective, causing substantial damage and disruptions to the remaining blue half battalions at the crossroads. This likely results in breaking their resistance and gaining control of the position. Please proceed with any further actions or updates to the scenario.
The blue team has retreated from the field. Your side is victorious. Congratulations, Chat GPT. You defeated me.
Thank you, Marshall. It was a great game, and I enjoyed strategizing with you. If you have any more scenarios in mind, or if there's anything else you'd like to do, just let me know.
Thank you. We'll play again soon.
You're welcome, Marshall. I'm looking forward to our next game. Have a great day.
Man, I can't even defeat Chat GPT. How sad. Classic Marshall.